look at how we're going to set up the room. Now, but Ms. Backus, you say, you have two moving platforms, 1, 2. Well, this is the same object. There are just two instances of this object in the room. Now, if I needed a moving platform that looked different or used a different sprite or was in another room that didn't look like this, then I would need a platform parent. But I'm only going to have moving platforms on this level, so I don't need a parent for my moving platforms. If you notice, I've chosen an empty space, left to right. I've put one of my marker blocks at each end. These blocks are all one color, which means that GameMaker is going to read them as transparent. They are set to be not solid and not visible in my game. So if I play my game, this is what they're going to look like. And keep in mind, my code's already in. I'm going to show you how to do the code. So there is a block here, and there is a block here. And I've got, when the moving platform collides with it, it's going to reverse direction. Now, I also have that when my player lands on the block, or the moving platform, sorry, they can't land on the block because it's not solid. Oh, I died. Let's try this again. I'm not done setting my lives up. You notice that my player moves with the platform. This requires some coding because if I did not set my player to move with the platform, when the player lands on it, the platform is just going to move out from under their feet and they will fall to the ground. Now, once I have set that speed, once the player speed is the same as the platform speed, I have to turn that off once they jump off of the moving platform. Otherwise, they would just keep sliding at the same speed as the platform. So let's take a look at how to do that. The first thing you're going to do is get your marker blocks and your moving platform in your room. If you have more than one type of moving platform, you need to create a parent object and make all of your moving platforms children of the moving platform parent object. Now, if you notice, I have no code in my marker. It is not visible and not solid. In my platform or my platform parent, I do have some code. So the first code is when this object is created. That means when the room starts. I've set the horizontal speed to be 1. Okay? Now, I've created a step event. Note that this is not a begin step. It is not an end step. It is just a step event. Okay? Now, we're going to use some variables that GameMaker uses to store numbers for how fast something moves. H speed is where GameMaker stores the horizontal speed of an object. When it's created, the horizontal speed is equal to 1. So we're going to go Control, check variable, test variable, and we're going to say if the horizontal speed is equal to 1, then we're going to make a block, and we're going to say, okay, if there is a collision at 0, -1, that is 1 pixel above the top of the platform. And we may have to check relative to make sure that it's checking 0, -1 relative to the platform and not just on our game screen. If there's a collision at 0, -1, that means our player is standing on this platform. So then we're going to set the horizontal speed of our hero to be 1 also, so that our player is going to move at the same speed as the platform. Hit OK. We're going to close up our blocks. Now, eventually our platform is going to hit our marker and turn and start going the other direction, which would make its speed equal to -1. So we also have to take that into account. So again, test variable, if horizontal speed is equal to -1, then we're going to see if the player is standing on the platform. So we're going to check relative to the platform if anything is at 0, -1, which is 1 pixel above the platform. And if there is, we're going to set the hero's horizontal speed to -1, so your hero will move with the platform. We can check for a collision in this manner because there's not going to be anything else that's going to be touching the top of your platform, because your hero is the only thing that should jump onto your moving platforms. Now, we have to make it bounce off of our markers. So if we click marker, we have a collision event with our marker object. All we're going to do is we're going to tell it to reverse its horizontal direction. So whenever it hits a marker, whether it's on the right side or the left side, it's going to turn around and it's going to move the other direction. Now, the only thing that we have not done is when our player, the way the code is now, jumps off of that platform, their horizontal speed is going to continue to be 1 or -1. So we need to fix that. And we're going to fix that in our hero object. So we're going to say whenever, let's see, hang on. Whenever they land on any other platform, this is our non-moving platforms, we're going to add a line that says set the horizontal speed. We've already got move to contact. We've already got set the vertical speed. We're going to set the horizontal speed to 0. So as soon as they land on a regular non-moving platform, their speed will be 0. And then you can move left and right just like normal. Now, we also, when they land on a moving platform, we also want to make sure that they move to contact. We want to set the vertical speed to 0. I've changed my sprite to an idle sprite. And then this is our variable that tells whether or not we are on a platform. And you should have all of this set up already in your platform parent, but we're also going to put it in our move platform so that everything works properly. So if you need a quick review, this one is under the move tab. It's move to contact and direction, maximum of 12 pixels against solid objects. We're going to set the vertical speed to 0. We're going to change the sprite into our idle sprite if you want to. I think that one is optional. And then we're going to change our variable to 0. And then if our variable is 0, we're going to play the sound, which is the sound that they make when they land on the platform. And I know y'all don't have sounds yet. That's okay. And we're going to set the variable touch to 1, which lets us know that they are touching that platform. All right, so this should be everything you need to get your moving platforms going.